Hi, welcome to Happier Ladies. We're sisters who discuss all things related to work, family, and personal growth.
We draw inspiration from everywhere, especially from you, our listeners, to keep moving forward with joy and laughter in the big adventure that is life.
1 week at a time.
I'm Azizi Williams. I live and work in the LA area. I'm a mom of 2, soon to be an empty nester, and I'm an education professional in the independent school world. I'm here with my sister, Malika Amandi.
That's me. I'm a SoCal native living in Western Massachusetts, a newish mom, and I work in higher ed. In this episode, we dig into planning for our annual Thanksgiving trip, and then we share about things we've tried recently in the follow-through segment.
But first, Malika, we had some listener responses to our gift list last week.
Yes, there was a burst of emails after the episode aired, which is always exciting. Some folks shared additional gifts that they wanted to put out there, so we thought, why not pass them along?
Yes.
So Cheryl recommended a lotion warmer, which Gretchen has talked about quite a bit on Happier. I think maybe Liz gave the lotion warmer to Gretchen. I can't remember, but it's been in the conversation for a while. So Cheryl is a fan, and I think that is just the type of extra special gadget that would make a good gift. It's not something someone would necessarily buy for themselves, you know?
I'm going to add it to my list. I think it will elevate the daily activity of putting the lotion on. And I think I am a little like Gretchen also in that I avoid things that are cold, or I don't avoid it. I have to use it, but it's not as enjoyable. And hopefully it doesn't take up a ton of space. I'm going to look out for that. So we got a message from Gretchen, not Gretchen from Happier, but there are other people named Gretchen in the world. And I'm so happy that Gretchen reached out to us. And she said, "Hi, I'm listening to your gift guide right now and want to chime in and say that I have 2 candle warmer lamps and I love them. I got them last fall and they give off a cozy warm light, have timers, and have definitely extended the life of my candles. They do melt the wax, and the scent definitely fills the air as it would as if it were burning. But I had 1 candle on each warmer with my summer scent, and they lasted the entire season. I definitely recommend them." There you go. See, that's all you need to know. That's all I need to know
That's great.
about candle warmers. Thank you, Gretchen, for answering our questions. Definitely on my list. Maybe I need to. I don't know. Maybe I'm going to give some away. This sounds like magic. Thank you.
All right. Lori wrote in and shared Storyworth as a gift idea. So that's the service where they send somebody questions, and week after week, you can kind of draw out stories from a relative or a friend, and then they send it back to you in a book format. So we've actually used Storyworth in our family before. That's a great gift idea. And she also suggested experience gifts, which we're always a fan of. She recommended tickets to live events, plane tickets for folks to come visit her.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, massage, spa, restaurant gift cards, those types of things. I feel like sometimes we forget about those around the holidays.
Right.
Maybe lean on those for birthdays, but they're great gifts any time of year.
Absolutely. I would love to get any of those gifts.
Thank you for your gift suggestions. A couple folks wrote in because our link was broken to the show notes, which had all of our gift ideas. It is fixed now, so if you tried to find it and you couldn't before, that is available, and we will link it in the show notes for today's show as well.
I'll also try to put the link in our bio on Instagram because that is a thing I know how to do now.
You can do
I'm
it.
very proud of that talent and skill that I didn't have before a few weeks ago. So I have it now. I'll link it there. Thank you so much. Keep sharing your recommendations and ideas with us. We did it early to give us all plenty of time. Also because we wanted to do it before Black Friday in case you wanted to take advantage of that time as well. But we'd love to hear more of your ideas. We're back with a segment. I'm going to call this one Take a Breath, where we share something that's feeding our soul because it's time to plan for Thanksgiving, and that is definitely feeding my soul. You might remember that we have an unusual Thanksgiving tradition, complete with spreadsheets and Google Docs and lots of debrief. And I love it. If you want to hear more about that and hear the origin stories of our Thanksgiving tradition, we talked all about it in episode 8. So you could go back to that episode if you want to hear more about our Thanksgiving tradition.
And this year is our 10th anniversary of doing this Thanksgiving beach trip.
Yay! That is so cool that we've done something as a family for 10 years, almost in a row. There was a break in
Couple
there,
breaks.
but pretty consistently, this is the 10th anniversary. That's awesome. So I thought we could share our hopes and dreams for our Thanksgiving vacation this year, Malika, just as we are starting to warm up and dig into planning for this time together. And this year is a little bit different. We decided at the end of our vacation last year that we wanted to shift the days. So we're going to get to the beach house on Tuesday and we're going to leave on Saturday. So that will already make things a little bit different, but I'm excited for that extra time before Thanksgiving this year.
Yes. So, Azizi, what are your hopes and dreams for our vacation this year?
All right. I have a few things when I think about what I want for our vacation. I'm going to read the list to you. So, first, time to relax, laugh, and catch up. Time on the beach, a board game or card game, good food, thrift store shopping, maybe a trip to Solvang, which is not too far away, has that darling Christmas shop, some sort of get to know you activity, a cute sweatsuit. I'm envisioning myself wearing a matching sweatsuit. So I'm going to work on that. Cozy feelings, just like some hygge vibes there. Watching the dog show together, Thanksgiving Day parade, watching the British baking show together, some sort of craft activity, something that we're making together with our hands. And then I just went down a rabbit hole of specific foods that I want to eat, which is homemade cranberry sauce, stuffing, rolls, pecan pie. So those are my hopes and dreams. What are your hopes and dreams, Malika?
Wow. All right. Well, I think that we should do less this year. That's
Oh.
my hope and dream. Fewer activities,
Oh.
more downtime, less cooking.
So basically the opposite of my hopes and dreams are your hopes and dreams.
I think there's like a Venn diagram where we share some
Oh,
common values. We both want to relax,
right.
and I think that's the main thing. We both want. I too would like a sweatsuit. That sounds cozy.
Oh, okay. I'm going to write that down.
I think we need less screen time overall, which is a bit of a tension because I think there are things that we like watching together as a family. The Great British Baking Show, the Thanksgiving Day Parade. Usually we do some movies, but I feel like last year we had so many things on our list to do that
Mhm.
it just didn't feel like there was even time for downtime. Like we were always getting ready for the next thing.
Hmm.
And I think because of my changed situation
What situation is that?
of having a 2-year-old and
Oh, right.
also, like, being across country, so this is a trip within a trip for me.
Right. Yeah.
I think I don't have the mental stamina I used to have to plan everything to a T, but also I think my desire is different because I just wanna sit around and, like, watch the waves.
Uh-huh. You're tired.
I'm tired.
Sounds like.
So, like, going to
Okay. All right.
solving or thrift stores, I would be okay if we didn't do that.
Yeah. And you know what? I actually remember we went to Ventura thrift store shopping, which, by the way, the shopping in Ventura, the thrift store shopping is amazing. We did that when you guys left.
Right.
You had to leave early last time. And so Aunt Charlene and mommy and the girls and I did that, or actually just and I, because Ilea had to leave also. And so I understand that. So I think that I have to be comfortable with maybe doing some things without you,
Right.
and I also have to be comfortable with holding all of these things, like planning the activities.
Yeah.
That's something that I think I can wrestle with. The other thing I want to add is that I'm pretty sure that Grayson would be happy to cook. So he could take on more of the cooking, and his one rule is just everyone else out of the kitchen. And I think that's something that we could
Beautiful.
provide for him. So he might actually enjoy to cook and not collaborate in the cooking. So I'll check in with him about that.
That sounds lovely. Because I think we're a food family. We all love eating,
Yeah.
but I think the focus is gonna be on Thanksgiving meal, but I think everything around that doesn't have to be that special to me. We're never gonna not eat good food, that's just who we are. Even if we're ordering from a restaurant, it'll be tasty, but in terms of, like, the focus and the energy, there used to be a time when we would be, like, showcasing different recipes
Right.
and
Yeah.
really getting into that, and I think that I'm not there.
Well, I think that Grayson is there because we have already
Okay,
started looking at some recipes.
great.
So I think that is accurate and that you are not there. But I think that we could still have an opportunity to showcase recipes and have good food. But it's okay that you're not doing it.
Yeah.
And as long as you do the charcuterie board, could you do
I
that
do
again?
like the charcuterie board. That's more of a, like, creative expression, a
Oh, good.
spiritual experience, so
Oh, good. And I have to tell you, maybe we'll save it for another episode about the moment that I made a charcuterie board and saved the day. But we'll talk about
Wow.
that later.
Azizi, would you share some of the notes that we took at the end of our trip last year from our debrief?
Absolutely, I will. I have all of our notes from our debrief post vacation, and here are some of them that I think we could dig into a little bit. So, the first one is to have breakfast on the deck, which last year we had
Ooh,
that lunch. We had that charcuterie board on the deck. That was the appetizer to the Thanksgiving dinner, and it was so lovely. I think we thought, let's add one more meal to have
okay.
outdoors. Here we have enter Bo and Kermit in the dog contest. And so I think maybe that's associated with the Westminster dog show. Maybe they have a home
Yes, they had a,
there.
like, enter your dog for the cutest non-show dog or something. I think that's something we'll have to do before Thanksgiving.
That would be so fun. I have to say, I could do it for Bo. I don't have very high hopes for Bo. I think Kermit, we both know Kermit is the looker of the two dogs.
He's quite striking.
His fall photo shoot was fire. Like, oh my goodness. We have to post that. We're going to post the fall photo shoot of Kermit and the leaves. Oh, he's a handsome dog. So we have to do that. Let's figure out those details.
Okay.
Next, we have plan a beach day. And I think we explicitly said more time outdoors.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess we didn't get outside enough last year.
No.
Okay. So we'll try to have a day dedicated to being outdoors. And I think it'll help that we're getting there before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Yeah. Take breaks is here. And that's really important, especially on Thanksgiving, because we're so intensely in the kitchen and it gets hot and there's so much to do. It's important to just, like what you said, do fewer things,
Right.
have some downtime. And then on our notes were have a kitchen orientation. And this has been a running item on our debrief notes. And I think the spirit behind it is to have a moment early on where you show everyone where everything is. So that when
Mhm.
they are cooking or using the kitchen, they don't have to ask questions. Everyone feels comfortable knowing where things go and where we've placed things. Because, of course, we're bringing this mobile kitchen with us and we have to set up stations and things like that. And even though it was on our list of things to do last year, we were kind of exhausted the first night.
I think I had this idea originally 3 years ago,
Yeah, I
whatever,
remember that. I supported it.
and what has happened the last 2 years is, like, when I bring it up, everybody's kinda like, "Oh, kitchen orientation," and maybe this is my own insecurities, but I feel like I become the, like, clipboard person.
Oh.
Though I don't have a clipboard, but, like, clipboard energy where it's like, "Okay, Malika wants us to sit and listen to something, we just wanna hang out." And so then I feel like I rush through it or we push it off, and so I don't know, it feels weird.
Clipboard energy. I like that word. Because I know exactly what you're talking about. You're like being a happiness bully or something.
Or cruise
A
director.
cruise director, the Thanksgiving bully. I think that's right, but the fact that it keeps coming back.
What if we gave it to daddy?
Oh, there's an
So it's
idea.
not coming from me or you.
Huh.
Would he do it? Maybe.
I almost want to do it just to see what happens. This is like a social experiment. That's an interesting idea. But then, I mean, he's not setting it up. We'd have to tell him what to say. and then he says it?
Yeah, or we could involve him in setting it up.
All right. Well, let's think about that. I don't know.
Okay.
I can't picture it, so I'm having a hard time with it. So we'll put a pin in that one. The next note is don't go to Walmart the day before Thanksgiving. This is a public service announcement to everyone who's listening because we have done it too many times. I have done it. It's the most like sad, soul draining thing to be at Walmart the night before Thanksgiving. I mean, you're there with lots of people, there's lots of company, but it's just a mess. So that is my one goal, is to avoid that. And actually, now that we're getting there on Tuesday, hopefully we could do all the last minute errands and things like
Yeah,
that on Tuesday. So Wednesday we can just go to the beach.
that's a good idea.
And then the last item is bring a puzzle. And this is
Mm.
also controversial because some years it's like, don't bring a puzzle. We can't do the puzzle. But then, like last year, we didn't bring a puzzle. And like maybe we missed the puzzles.
I don't know. Did we not bring it last year?
Or did we? And then,
I think what has happened is Norm is the only one who's working on it.
but it makes him happy. So
It doesn't make him that happy.
then why does he keep doing it?
Because it's there and it's like a thing we wanna do, and I think he feels like, well, we should do it if we're gonna do it, but then nobody else wants to help out. But then he feels like he wants to follow through.
It just adds to the cozy hygge vibes to have a puzzle out.
Well, we could bring one, but let's really think about it before we put it out.
I remember the challenge is that Indigo is there
That's
and
true.
he might get into it.
If we get something big with bigger pieces,
So maybe we need
he
a
is
toddler puzzle. Like
he is of the age now where he won't try to eat it, but it shouldn't be so small that he could.
well, so we need to find a puzzle with just the right size, not too small for a toddler to eat, big enough for us to complete. So that's a good challenge. I'll keep a lookout for
Okay.
that. Okay. And yes, those are some of the notes from our debrief. There are many, many more notes, but they're pretty straightforward. I think these are the ones that we need to grapple with a little bit. So, Malika, what do you think about the photo shoot?
All right. So the photo shoot, I should recap for
Yes.
what is our photo shoot. It sounds
What is
very
the photo shoot?
LA. What an LA family.
Here we are, an LA family.
So at some point, I don't remember when, we decided to do like dedicated family photo time. Our dad has a lot of great camera equipment. So does my husband, Norm. So we thought, let's take advantage of this and actually take nice family photos because we don't get professional photos done otherwise.
I remember when it happened. It happened the first year Norm came when you
There
guys
you
were
go. That's
dating
right.
because he offered to do it.
He was trying to make good and earn his keep there.
Definitely worked.
I forgot about that. So he offered to do it and he had great equipment. And then the beach is just the best backdrop. Like everybody looks good at the beach.
Yeah.
You go at the right time.
Golden hour.
Feels like an elevated thing without having to try that hard. So we always do this at the beach and we coordinate our outfits so that we have like a color theme.
Hmm.
So one year it was white, last year it was green. Everybody just has a pop of that color and then it just looks like it's really intentional. So I think we should still do it because we use those pictures for our holiday cards
Holiday cards. What holiday cards?
or like Christmas cards. I used it.
Oh, okay.
I don't know about our parents. We've got tons of candids from the week, but it's just nice to take photos on purpose.
Yeah.
So I think we should definitely keep that photo shoot. But I think what we should do differently this year is to have like a photographer of the day.
Mm,
And maybe it's not everybody, but I know our dad likes taking pictures, Norm likes taking pictures, Sinai likes taking pictures. Like if we put one of them in charge of each day, then we could kind of get more photos from different perspectives. Because I think what happens when Norm is taking all the photos, he's not in them. Or
all
there's
right.
like too many of me, you know?
Yeah. Hmm.
Just to kind of spread that around, do you think that would work?
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. I think that would be fun to have a documentarian
Mhm.
for each day. And then at the photo shoot, we'll make sure to mix it up so that other people are taking photos. And the thing about the family photo shoot that's so fun is that it's another family activity. We're all together and we're all dressed up a little bit and doing something with each other. So
Yeah.
the process is as fun as the product, I think, for the family.
Sometimes heads butt.
That's true.
There's
There's
too
a
many
lot of cooks
directors.
in the kitchen when it comes to the lighting and the angle. And Norm has a camera and Dad has a camera. And like, who are we looking at? Oh my goodness. And our father with the camera, he just takes so long. It's true. And do you remember last year Aunt Charlene had the Mickey Mouse ears?
Oh, yeah, those are very cute.
They were so cute. I don't know why she brought them, but it added some whimsy to the pictures. Okay. So we'll make sure to mix it up. And then we need to figure out what color we're going to wear for
Yes.
the photo shoot. We do a different color every year. That'll be fun. So, how do you feel about Black Friday?
I think that that stands. I'm open to going to that again.
Okay.
It's just fun. I think last time I maybe only went to Target and one other store,
Right.
and then Norm came with the baby and met us. I don't wanna commit to the full day, but I think
Okay.
I'm up for an outing.
Okay. You'll start with us because we start early
Yes,
and then it goes, it's a whole day. It's a whole
it is.
day. But yeah, Grayson is in. He's excited. I think he joined us last year for the first time. And the girls are usually excited. Mommy's, she's excited.
Yeah,
Aunt Charlene comes along. So we have to remember to leave space though, because sometimes we forget when we're packing the car to leave space because we're bringing some things back with us. So we'll make
right.
sure to do that.
That's another issue, like, traveling, thinking about buying stuff and bringing it all the way back to Massachusetts.
That's right. Oh, that's so sad. I'm
If
sorry.
I could get really organized, then I could buy all of your gifts and then leave them there.
Would you wrap them?
Hmm.
Do I have to wrap my own gifts now? I think I did that last year. And I was at your house.
TBD. We
Wrapping
could
it.
do gift bags.
Okay. Get you gift bags. All right.
I would have to be really on top of it to know what I was getting for everybody, but it's something to consider.
It is. It's convenient, but that then changes your trip.
That's true. Usually I think about just myself at Black
That's
Friday.
how I've thought about Black Friday is gifts for me.
Yeah. And I usually get toiletries or like littler things.
Well, I would say make sure you leave room anyway when you come out because I have
Yeah.
things for you to look through
Okay.
that you might want to take with you. So basically, pack nothing or else buy more suitcases while you're here. And then, yeah.
All right. So I have a question, which is, do we need an app for our Thanksgiving trip?
Wow. An app.
Now, this hear me
What?
out. At our family reunion this year, we used GroupMe, which is kind of like WhatsApp. It's a platform for connecting groups. You can share photos. It syncs everybody, so it doesn't matter if you're a iPhone or Android user, everybody has the same experience on the app. So if we did that, we could maybe even like the kitchen orientation could go on the app.
Oh
Could
my,
be a
Malika,
video somebody
what?
does.
What if it was a video? I love this idea. Then there is no bully. We're just pushing out the video. People can
Right.
watch it if they want to know where things are. I love that.
And then we could say what's happening that day. Because in the past, I've kind of put these things, handwritten them, and put them on a thing on the wall, which is fine, but it kind of becomes a little labor intensive changing that up every day. I was the only person doing it, and I feel like I would fall behind. But if it was just like a message in the thing,
I think it's going to be labor intensive either way,
yeah,
but more people might read it. And now that we've had it for the family reunion, everyone knows how to engage with it.
right.
And we can also share photos with each other. I kind of like it. I kind of like this idea. I'm in.
Okay.
Okay. I have a question for you, Malika.
Yes.
Do we need a 10th anniversary commemorative t shirt?
No.
You didn't even think about
I
it.
thought about it. We don't need
That
it.
was so fast. What do you mean?
We
We can
don't.
have like one of our group photos on
No.
there.
No.
Oh, okay.
We're never gonna wear that
Guess what you're
t-shirt.
getting for Christmas?
No. No, I think the family reunion shirt is enough.
Okay. All right. Maybe for the 15th.
So let us know how you are preparing for Thanksgiving, if there are any traditions that you have or something new that you're trying. We'd love to hear. And of course, we will update you on the other side. We've got some time before this trip comes, so there might be more talk about it leading up to it.
We need all the time.
Yes. Let's take a break. And when we come back, we will do the follow through. Azizi, how's your dinner game these days?
Well, Malika, I used to struggle with what to cook for dinner.
You're cooking now?
Okay. Actually, my husband used to struggle with what to make for dinner. I mean, meal planning, grocery lists, yuck. But then we found Prep Dish. It's a weekly meal planning service that tells you exactly what to cook. And now they've partnered with Instacart, so your grocery list becomes a ready to go online cart.
Ooh, what's in your cart, Azizi?
All of the Prep Dish ingredients, plus I can add energy drinks, chili crisp, lipstick, whatever, and check out in just a few clicks. Shopping online is so fun. The meals are family friendly, healthy, and super easy to prep. Dinner is easy to make, and now we look forward to new tasty meals.
Prep Dish is offering our listeners 2 weeks free. Just head to prepdish.com/happierladies to sign up. Again, that's prepdish.com/happierladies.
With a major selection of the looks your kiddos love starting at just $4 in the Walmart app, a new school year means a stylish new them. Who knew? Find skater skirts and Crocs that say, I'm casual but cool. Sparkly sneakers that say, it's my classroom, you're just learning in it. And preppy polos that say, I'm the teacher's pet, even if they're mommy's menace at home. Find their favorite styles starting at just $4 in the app. The Walmart you thought you knew is now new.
And we are back. Now it's time for the follow through, where we revisit something we said we would do in a previous episode. And we have a roundup of things today. So, Azizi, let's start with you first.
Okay.
Nobody Wants This, and Will and Harper.
Yes. So on my recent trip, I had to go to a conference in Ohio. It was lovely. I got some good media watching time on those trips. And so I decided to use that time to follow up on some recommendations. So Nobody Wants This was your recommendation, Like I think we've already talked about it for 2
Yes.
episodes. And I watched it. It's like an instant classic.
Yay.
It's so good. It's so smart and funny and modern, sophisticated. And I understand what you're saying about the place, the East LA vibes, and how comforting and familiar they are. But the performances are great too. And the writing is funny. I love this show.
Yay, I'm so pleased.
When we get to the end, we can catch up and compare notes. I saw when I downloaded it that it was the third most watched show on Netflix or something like
Wow.
that. So I'm very confident it's going to have another season.
Oh, it is.
It's going to keep going, right?
Yes. That's already out there that they're working on season 2.
Yeah. I don't even know if I have anything to compare it to right now in terms of what it's like, but it's like watching a rom-com movie, but it's over several episodes. And then I watched Will and Harper, and this was a recommendation from Sarah on Happier in Hollywood, and it's about Will Ferrell and his relationship with his good friend and writer who he collaborated with over many, many years at SNL and after that. And his good friend Harper transitioned sort of during the pandemic and is a trans woman. And they decided to take this trip across the country together to just investigate their relationship and their dynamic and to sort of see what this all means so that Will could learn from Harper. And I am such a Will Ferrell fan. I followed him in SNL and, his movies after. It was just fun to see him be him and to see their dynamic. And it was just beautiful to see the connections they made and how people interacted and treated them along the way. I highly recommend this. I thought it was a beautiful movie and the soundtrack was good too. It was a soundtrack that I would listen to again.
That's great. All right. Next on your list is Andrea Zattel.
So you mentioned Andrea Zattel because you worked with her and
Yeah.
right when you were at USC. And she's
Yes.
an artist. And you mentioned that you noticed she was wearing the same thing every day, but that it was really stylish. And so I looked her up, and right, she's an artist and she's making a comment on the freedom of limited choices, actually, and on why sort of pushing back on the need for variety, which is interesting because I'm one of those people that really falls into that need for variety. But also, I can understand a uniform and how comforting that could be, or how grounding that could be to just know what
Mm,
you're going to wear every day. But the pieces themselves are works of art. It's
yes.
both vintage, sort of turn of the century, and modern at the same time somehow. And I really wish she had a coffee table book because I would buy it so that I could look
Mm,
closer at each item of clothing that she wore over, I think it was like 3 decades this project went on. Quite beautiful. And then our producer, Magnus, told us that in one of his classes, I think a humanities class in high school, they mentioned her. And so he was really excited because, of course, he had heard us talking about her and he had some context. So that was exciting to hear that she's still current and that people are learning from her work.
would you ever consider a uniform for yourself?
I would consider a uniform for myself. It's like a capsule wardrobe, but even
Mhm.
smaller, right? So maybe,
Yes. Just one thing.
yeah. So maybe not a uniform of one thing, but you think
Mm,
about like when we were in high school or when I was in high school, I had a uniform that I wore
yeah.
and I loved it. I did not like having a uniform. And so I could see like 4 or 5 things that I wear.
Mhm.
It would take some curating, but I kind of already know I want to lean in that direction. I just haven't been able to
Okay.
yet. So, yeah, I'm interested. Now, it's funny, Sinai, she was going to do a summer camp, but the summer camp, it was Interlaken. They required uniforms, and she was like, no.
Wow.
I know. It was really important to her to get to have that expression and not be limited. And
Hmm.
that was interesting to me. I kind of learned something about her at that point. So, yes, I highly recommend looking into her work. It was beautiful.
All right. Next on your list is setting an alarm before leaving the house.
This was an idea that I think it came up with Happier first, where I heard it maybe from a listener suggestion there. But I am chronically late and struggle with getting out of the house. And so setting an alarm to say, okay, you should be moving in this direction now when you hear that alarm. And I tried that a few times and it actually was quite effective. The hard part for me is because each day is a little bit different. Sometimes when the
Mhm.
alarm needs to be set needs to be different, but I think it's worth continuing to, when I get up in the morning, set the alarm for when I should be transitioning out the door because I have magical thinking when it comes to how much time things take and when I should be leaving. So that's definitely one that I'll continue with. And by the way, we got a ton of listener responses about lateness. So that's something we should revisit soon.
Yes, I think that suggestion came from one of our listeners,
Oh,
Tara, about setting an alarm before leaving the house. So thank you for that.
thank you, Tara. And we should read the others that came up also.
All right. Qigong.
Yeah, a while ago, Malika, you were sharing about Qigong and recommended that I try it. And I gave it a try. I found a YouTube video series and I really love it. It's so gentle and so easy, but you really do feel more energized
Yeah.
afterwards. It's also standing, which we've talked about my need to stand for these stretching kind of videos and exercises, but it's different movements that are designed to bring energy in. And it's things that you wouldn't think of doing,
Hmm.
or wouldn't know that that's what's going to happen. But it feels really good afterwards. And there are plenty of videos that are around 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. So if I know I only have 10 minutes and I want to move my body somehow, I just play one of those videos and it's great.
Wonderful.
I will say it's more gentle than yoga
Yeah.
because you're not actively stretching muscles. It's more sort of twisting and turning and breathing in different ways. So if you want something even more gentle than yoga, I would try that.
And stickers on your water bottle.
Yes, I did this. This was something that I don't remember where it came from. I should know. I think it was a listener who shared a travel strategy with Gretchen and Liz on Happier when they were talking about sort of summer travel things. And then Malika, I think you did it. Is that
Yeah.
right? So I collected stickers over my summer travels and then found a water bottle that I could add them to. And that's my primary water bottle that I use now for work and everything. And it's so fun because it reminds me of all the places that I went over the summer. So this is
Yay.
another use of stickers and a fun way to have memories of your travels.
Nice, Azizi. Lots of follow through.
Thank you. Thank you for all the listeners and for you, Malika, and everyone and Happier for all the ideas. I love trying out these ideas. So, Malika, it's your turn now, and I'm going to share some of the things that you said you followed through on. The first thing is the spinner bag.
Yes, I got a briefcase that has wheels for my work things. We talked about Ruthie's email. That kind of nudged me.
Yeah.
And also for my own reasons. It's not all on Ruthie, but
I think your husband also said that you need to do something different.
yes. So it's new. I just used it today for the first time.
Oh, wow.
It's different. It takes some getting used to. I mean, the pro is that I'm not lugging things on my back.
Yeah.
So my back had gotten very heavy and that was just like not necessary, especially because I have some lower back issues. So I definitely feel that freedom. I think what I realize now is like, oh, my purse is heavy, because that's still
Mm.
on my shoulders. So
Hmm.
gotta find a way to secure that to the rolly thing.
Yeah. There's not enough room to put the purse in the rolly thing?
I don't know. I need to work with it. Today was the
Okay.
first day. So I think
Got
there's
it.
some
Okay.
optimization that I can do.
Yes.
But I will say it's a true briefcase. So
Mm,
it's actually kind of the size of a backpack, but it doesn't have straps on it. So
right.
the times where I get to stairs, I have to lift it and it's
Oh, yeah.
heavy, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Because now it has the wheels on it too.
I mean, it's heavy because it's got all my things in it, which are heavy,
Right.
but it's like easier to go upstairs with a backpack than it is to
Right.
like lift this thing. So
Yeah.
that's something to consider. I think maybe also I could investigate like why is my bag so heavy, you know?
Can I tell you, I had the same thought as I was in the airport yesterday. Like, why do I have so much stuff on my back? And not just the back part of it, but just the stuff part. So,
Yeah,
yes, let's examine that later.
that's festival of what's in your bag.
Yes, I love that. Yes. Okay, let's see. Got some black socks.
I did. I said I was going to. I did. I ordered them. I haven't yet gotten rid of all my other mismatched socks. You just have so much hope. There's so many in there. Like if I just take a day and like dump it all out, but honestly, I think I need to just donate the lot, which is rude, I feel, to donate mismatched socks, but it feels wrong to
Mm,
throw them away.
hmm.
I don't know.
Maybe people have ideas.
I think H&M takes like cloth donations or
That's a good
something.
idea to recycle.
Yes, so maybe
Mm,
something like that so I don't feel like I'm just throwing socks in the garbage.
yeah.
And then I need to just start fresh, but I've ordered some, so I now it's a new leaf.
Well, that's great. Definitely dump what you have and
Yeah.
start fresh. And it reminds me of the song about black socks. Do you know that song?
I do not know that song.
Okay, well, another time I'll sing it to
Okay. I'll look it
you.
up.
Cliffhanger. Went to the gym and did her own thing.
I did. So there was a time last week I went to the gym. I missed the window for taking a class, which is what I typically do. I thought of your voice as easy saying
Mhm.
like, you should figure out other things. So I did and it was good. I hadn't even explored the rest of the gym
Hmm.
and I learned there's an indoor track, which is super cool.
Oh, wow. There's a whole track
Yes.
inside. Oh, that is
So I
cool.
didn't do that, but I did my own spinning routine with I have Apple Fitness,
Ah.
which is great app if you have I think it's included with Apple Music. I'm not totally sure, but it's a part of the Apple subscription thing. If you have that
Hmm.
anyway, you might have access to these classes and
Hmm.
it's nice because there's certain instructors that I like, they have different times, and it syncs with your watch automatically. So you can see on the screen of your phone how you're doing, and like
Hmm.
they kind of have a leaderboard.
Is it a video on your watch that you're watching?
It's a video on my phone.
Okay.
But it was basically like taking my own spinning class.
Cool.
Like I push myself as hard and it's very good instruction and the music is really good.
Hmm.
They kind of organize the videos by the music genres,
Mm-hmm.
which is fun. And then I did my stretching but it felt very empowering to have a gym
Mm.
routine, you know?
Yes. That's awesome, Lika. Good for you. Applied for the Shakespeare workshop.
Yes. All right. So I've been talking about this for so long. I finally did it. It was a lot of steps, I gotta say. It's not the most accessible experience in terms of requiring an application and a COVID vaccine. And
Hmm.
there's a lot of paperwork, but I did it. I paid. It's happening this weekend.
Oh, wow. It's coming up
I
fast.
will report back, but it's basically going to be Friday, Friday evening, all day Saturday, and then most of the day Sunday.
Wow.
It's an intensive,
Yeah.
but I'm really excited to get back into my actor kind of framework and meet some new people and see what happens.
I feel like this is going to spark so many other acting things for you.
I don't know. We'll see. I mean, ideally it will, but also it's complicated with time and stuff.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It feels like you've broke through a barrier
Right.
to make this happen that is not going to be as hard to access again, you know?
Exactly. Yes.
And you're so good at Shakespeare. I loved all the times I got to
Oh,
see you do Shakespeare, so I'm happy for you.
thank you.
Work routine for the office.
So I did this. This was inspired by our conversation about work from the Happiness Project Revisited. I just put it on a post-it note, a little routine for me, like when I sit down in the morning, the things I do. So involving looking at my planner on Mondays, making a plan for the week. I use my little crystal deck to have a
Mhm.
different inspirational card. I write things on my whiteboard. I do some things with the blinds and put on some music.
Do something with the
I
blind.
have 2 really big windows, and it's always, like, too hot or cold, and the blinds have to be adjusted right away, like, it's a
Huh.
thing.
Maybe we can go through this during our Festival of Planning episode or something.
Oh,
Or I don't know if we need a Festival of Work because I want to hear more about your routine. I think it's really
okay.
interesting to hear about the steps because even though I haven't written them down, there are definitely things that I do every day that might be interesting to other people.
Yeah,
I
do
don't
tell.
know.
I'm interested.
Okay, well, let's make a note of that.
Okay. So, yeah, those are the things that I was able to follow through on.
Malika, we should be so proud of ourselves.
Yay.
We've followed through on so many things. So, yay us. And please share with us if there's anything that you've tried from any of the happier episodes or from our episodes. We love to hear about things that you're working on or trying that you've heard from the podcast. Let's take a break. And when we get back, we will do peaks and valleys.
All
This episode is brought to you by Nespresso and Samra Origins by the Weekend Coffee Collection.
Introducing Samra Origins. My collaboration with Nespresso is a connection to my roots, to my mother, Samra. Coffee that hits the right notes. It transports you. Crafted with unique notes and bold, soaring flavors. Experience a taste that moves you. Nespresso and Samra Origins.
Discover more at Nespresso.com.
right. We are back with peaks and valleys because in life, there are always peaks and valleys. And today we're going to start off with a listener peak. Anna wrote in saying, I typically bike a ton, but threw out my back 3 weeks ago. I've felt blue and bothered that I was missing out on biking, especially in this beautiful season. I'm feeling better and was invited on a ride yesterday and decided to just do it. I was worried I'd be slow or it would hurt. 35 miles was easy, and the weather was absolutely gorgeous in Minnesota. Peak colors, peak temperature, peak Friday.
Ooh.
Yay!
Yay. Go, Anna.
That's a great feeling to recover from an injury and get to do the thing you love.
Yeah, very inspirational.
All right, Azizi, what is your peak this week?
Well, a few weeks ago, I shared that my dog Bo was attacked by a coyote, and it was a very traumatic experience. And we ended up having to take him to the vet, and he was infected, and we had to
Oh,
wear a cone. It was a whole thing.
the
And
healing cone.
a healing cone. That's right. I called it the cone of shame, and you called it a healing cone, which is much better. So he wore the healing cone and then he healed. And now I'm
No.
happy to report he's fully recovered and back to his spunky self. And so happy to be out of that season, but wanted to just update everyone to say he's doing very well now.
Yay.
What's your valley, Malika?
My valley is I'm still sick.
Oh,
It's a cold that moved into a sinus infection. So that's frustrating, but I have some medicine now. So I think I will start to feel better very soon.
hmm.
And I feel a little bit annoyed that I waited so long to go to the doctor, but also I was doing my best. I did
Yeah.
reach out to the doctor earlier, but then I started to feel better,
Hmm.
as is the case with these things. So
Yeah.
trying to be judicious with my time and resources, I felt like, oh, this is fine. Things are getting easier. And then they just were not getting easier anymore. And
Ugh, I'm so sorry having to work with you through this. I know how hard it has been for you. I think we've all been there at various
yeah,
points, but what a drag. There's no like perfect time to go to the doctor. Like it's
yeah,
just you know it when you know it and you did.
yeah.
So I'm hopeful that you'll start to feel better soon.
I will say a peak in this situation is that this afternoon I got to my limit of like, okay, I
Yeah.
need to go to the doctor. And I messaged through the portal. We love a portal. We
Yeah.
don't like portals, but I messaged through the portal. And within minutes, the office called me to schedule an
Wow.
appointment. And there had been a cancellation. And so it was like, can you come in the next hour?
Wow.
When does that ever happen?
Yeah, that's unheard of.
So I felt really grateful that I was able to be seen really quickly
Yeah.
and get taken care of. All right. Well, that brings us to the end. Azizi, let's leave on a happier thought. What are you going to try this week?
I think I'm going to dig into our Thanksgiving plans a little more. This is
Mm,
making me happier. This conversation we had today is helping me think about some next steps. What about you, Malika?
I will look into the dog contest,
Yay! Thank you.
see what that's about.
Yeah, because we know Kermit's got the better chance. So I'm going to put my money
It
on
can be
Kermit.
our collective submission.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you for listening to this episode. You can find our show notes in the episode description or on our website. If you like us, rate, review, and tell a friend. And don't forget to follow us.
Send us a message at happierladies@gmail.com and tell us something you liked about Happier and Happier in Hollywood this week.
Our show was edited by Magnus Bjorgum, and our theme music was created by Wyatt Munsey.
You can find us on Instagram at happierladies and on the web at happierladies.com. All right, Malika, have a happier week.
Have a happier week, Azizi.
Bye.
Bye. Our show was edited by Magnus Bjorgum. Ooh, took a gasp. Sorry.
This podcast is part of the Sound Advice FM network. Sound Advice FM, women's voices amplified.